Live. Hopefully the mic works. If not, I apologize to everyone because I don't give a damn. So you're gonna hear an echo, like, like I'm sorry. Like for those who don't have no idea, we tried to fix the audio. There's so many complications with the mic. It was a disaster. We were there for like a good half hour trying to fix this, and we weren't even drinking, which was a total waste of time, to be honest with you. But besides that, it looks like, does it say we're live yet on here? It looks like we're live, but of course it says YouTube says that the stream is healthy and it's doing well, but obviously that's not the case. It's never like that. So
Looks all right now.
yeah, okay. All right, so we're good now. All right, we're good. If anything's delayed or anything, I'll fix that next week. It sounds good to me on there. So let's get started with this podcast. The most anticipated podcast for me because it's been a half hour. I've been trying to get this shit started. All right, so
Well, I can let you know as far as mistakes go, one of the, I would say the best Thanksgiving dinner my mom ever made. She thought she messed everything up. Just saying. The cornbread and the pound cake, my two favorite things.
we didn't eat, we didn't drink, so I really did mess this up. But I found out what it was. Once I did the Twitch settings, and then once I switched right back to YouTube, I guess YouTube's an idiot or a bunch of idiots, and like they can't detect the audio. Like the audio settings for Twitch and YouTube are completely different, and it just screwed everything up, and it was just a disaster. But anyway, let's get on to the podcast. So first thing you want to talk about? Well, first, how you doing, George? How's everything going on?
Oh, I'm awesome.
Like,
And my name is GB3 now.
GB3. Okay, so you got yourself a YouTube
But
channel too, or no?
I like.
I don't know. Like they want to know. You know what I mean? Like, do you start a YouTube channel or anything?
Yes, I will eventually.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, yes, I'm going
It's for a
to.
DJ. You put your DJ mixes and stuff like that. Okay.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm doing all right so far. Thanks for asking.
I didn't know we were done.
The conversation. This is like
sorry.
a conversation right now.
I forgot. I'm not listening to the
I ask
radio.
you, how are you doing? Normal people, they say, polite people say, oh, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Okay. How
It's
are
too
you
late.
doing?
Too late.
How are you doing?
It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. My hair is like screwed up, but anyway, it doesn't matter anymore.
His hair. You can't even see his hair.
Yeah, because it's camouflage in the stream.
Did you see that my hair is screwed up right now?
All right. Well, with that said, let's get into the podcast. The first thing that we're going to talk about, first topic, we're going to talk about video games, and what video games we are excited for. So, you can go first if you like. Talk about your video game. I know which one it is. You talked about the other day, which is, it's not a bad video game. I just don't know what to do in this game. So please, well, just by me saying that, I'm sure people know what I'm talking about, but go ahead and explain it.
All right. It's called No Man's Sky for PS4. That game looks awesome. Now, of course, you got people like him. Of course, always constantly, okay, I understand, but I don't know what to do. And then I'll start to explain it. And then, yeah, but what do you do? And I was just watching video on a 21-minute long video.
Which, by the way, in the 21-minute video, he's yet to say what you do.
I've only gotten through the first 3 minutes of it so far.
And
because
did he say anything yet?
watching
Did he
it.
tell you what to do in the video? What
Yeah.
the game is, what you do? He kept saying explore. Besides
because
explore.
that's the thing. All right, yes, but and I think they're putting out a lot of it. I think a lot of suspense. All right, you got people like me, you got people like him. Me, my interest is peaked already. I know that there's more to the game than just what we.
How do you know that?
Well, for one thing, he said it.
He says he doesn't know. That's his thing.
No. His exact words were, "All right, you got to yes, you explore, and then there's also he was reading a tablet. He was reading a big monolith, and there's he was trying to translate, and there's a certain word in that monolith. For example, after you translate it, like you get with his current translator, you get a word, and he's like, and that word actually, I'll tell you why later on why you have to know this word, and that right there, that sounds pretty important. That sounds.
It sounds like. Look, this is No Man's Sky to me. Like, it looks awesome. It looks like a cool like design. I think this game might help create other games and how you could, it might help create a real game. I feel like this is a demo for a real game that might come out soon because I feel like you're going to planets and doing things to not do anything. That's like, I'm going to explore this planet, and then once I explore it, what's there to do when I'm there? Can't build anything.
We don't. That's the thing, though. I don't think that's the truth. I don't think that you can't not build. Because one thing I also saw, and I'm sorry I didn't watch the entire 21-minute video yet.
Because you got bored.
No, I wasn't bored.
You got bored at 3 minutes of the video. That's not a good sign.
It was 3:00 in the morning and I fell asleep.
Exactly.
It was because I've been working nonstop.
Okay.
But anyway, one thing you might not think anything of this, but one thing I saw above one of the characters' heads or one of the people's heads is I think it's supposed to be like a Sims game, except not you're not building a home in a single home on Earth. I think you can interact with other people, beings, animals, all that. I think that's the idea of the game. I was going to tell you the other day.
But the thing is,
I think you can even build relationships.
You think, when have you ever seen them introduce a game and like no one knows what it's about? Like, it's almost time for it to come out. I feel like we're getting closer and closer.
It's made to be like life. I remember like one thing. One of the objectives
is real life.
Like real life.
How is it real life?
Because you know how we've been trying to leave Earth for years now? Okay. We've been trying to get to the center of our universe. We've been trying to explore more and more of our current universe. Not just the Earth that we live on, but the entire universe. That's what I think this is.
Can you build anything? I don't know. Can you create something?
Yes,
I don't know.
Yes, you can.
What can you create?
I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to get to. Can you kill something?
Yes.
What?
There's plenty of there's live animals that you can shoot and kill.
Dude, someone just said.
As a matter of fact, that's something I saw in the video.
Wayne Smith just said, "Infinite possibilities." It's so infinite, we don't know what the hell.
We don't know what there are infinite possibilities in life too.
When you ask the creator,
thank you, Wayne.
When you ask the creator, say, "What can you do in this game?" He says, "I don't know." He says, "Whatever you want to do."
I'll bet any amount of money,
dude,
any amount of money or anything you want. If you were to ask, let's say we were to ask God the exact same question. What do you do? He would say, if not, I don't know. He would say, whatever you want. The possibilities are infinite.
I'm glad you know what he would say, and also that it's a he.
I knew. You
never know. You never know. But the point is this. This is the weirdest game I've ever seen in my life. Like, it looks awesome, but I don't know what it is. I don't know why I should spend money on a game. It's a full retail price game too, by the way. So why am I paying full retail price for a game that I don't even know I'm going to be interested in next week? If you're telling me all I'm doing is exploring, I can't see. I don't care if every spot you go to is a different thing. You're not playing though. Like, and the funny thing is this. Like, the one thing I like is The Walking Dead, right? That's one game I like, and a lot of people say that that's not truly a game. You're doing choices and you're barely moving around, but it's really, for the most part, it's all predetermined things, and with exceptions with choices and stuff. So a lot of people complain and say that's not really a game. You're really not playing it. There's really no skill involved, but yet I enjoy it, right? And imagine those people that say that. Like, what are you going to do with a game that you just explore around? What are you doing? Like, you have to have something for someone to do. Like, I feel like Minecraft, right? Minecraft, the possibilities are endless, right? You could create things. There's so many things you can do in Minecraft, but it gives someone something to do. Like, you're actually achieving something. What is the goal? You're not going for points in this, so it's not saying, oh, well, I'm going here, I explore this, I'm getting points. So that's not it. So you're exploring it for what goal? Like, what is your purpose of doing it? If every different thing is a different possibility, right? Mm-hmm. No one can recreate what you just did, right? So what are you doing? Like, where are you going? What is the purpose of you going there? To just explore it? And then go to the next place? Oh, I'm done exploring here for no reason.
This conversation sounds sounds very, very familiar.
What?
Like, I think all the great philosophers in time, everybody, so many people that have cared to know have asked that exact same question.
George, like why?
Those exact same questions. Why?
Yes. What? So you're talking about like what Christopher Columbus song? It's like, oh, like okay, I saw it. Next, that's all he did. He just saw it. He didn't try to do anything else. Everyone else just tries to see, and not try to build, try to do anything.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That no, we don't know that, and this is
we
why
we do know that.
This is why. Like, this is why I gotta watch.
He's not building anything. You're not building stuff. You're not settling down, having a family or anything like that.
Maybe that's why. That's why. Because when I saw that, all right. What I was trying to tell you before, like the symbol I saw above their head, is a giant diamond.
No,
that's a diamond I saw above somebody's head, and I was like, you know what? I wonder if that's some sort of like if that's because it's compared to The Sims or something like that. I haven't seen a person in this game. It's all first person so far that I've seen.
That's the game. That's the thing.
It's all first person.
And like,
but that's the thing. I haven't seen him.
See,
I think
the majority
seen the player run into any other persons yet.
Because is there players in this game? Is it a game?
Yeah, there's other. That's the thing. Imagine, because according to what I've read, there's like over 14, as my girlfriend put it, quadrillion. I think 'cause I didn't count the commas yet. Over 14 quadrillion explorable worlds.
We know
and
this.
Everybody that plays basically spawns on a different place.
We get this. We've seen this before. Not this type to this caliber, but I'm saying we know that things can randomly generate. Like that. Obviously, this algorithm is really a really good algorithm. That's great. That's not the point though. The point is it doesn't matter how many things could pop up out of nowhere. It's can you keep people interested in it. If there's no objective, if there's nothing to compete against someone, there's nothing to really, if you're just talking about exploration that, hey, like, okay, I just visited this planet and these creatures are here, sort of looks like the creatures over here, but they're maybe different colors or slightly different. Is that going to keep someone entertained for months to come? That you just visited somewhere else and then you might go there and be like, oh, well, there's only a slightly different thing than the last planet. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because it's randomly generated, so no one knows what it's going to create. It might create the same exact thing as before with a slight difference. And that's the thing. Like, that to you, is that fulfilling? Is that something that you're going to be fulfilled for? And if so, how long are you going to be fulfilled for? How long will it satisfy you?
Sometimes I think people think about music that way. People, like, a lot of music today sounds all the same and everything until somebody makes some sort of variation. I remember once a few years ago.
If that's the case, what you're saying is like, were you listening to the same music every single day? The same song? Same exact song every day?
I think that's why people lose faith in radio.
Then why do you think they stop listening? That's exactly what I'm talking about. That like they stop listening to radio for a while. They stop listening to the songs, then they choose their own songs.
But that's the thing. That's the thing about not listening to radio. Like I haven't had a car for a while, so I don't get to listen to nearly as much radio as I used to. But when you can, I'm sure anybody that finds that moves away from radio for a while, imagine what you hear when you come back to it. Like today, I listened to the radio for the first time in I don't know how long, and I heard nothing. I only heard one song that I had heard, weeks or months ago. I only heard one of the same song.
You said, you said it yourself though right now.
I know. No, I know that much.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm sure there's so much more to it that we don't know yet, and that's what I'm studying.
But the thing is, like, I think they tried so many times to randomly generate things, and when you randomly generate things, it doesn't work out to your favor because it could either be something that's fun or it might not be something fun, and that's where the kicker is, right? So you're counting on each time it's going to create something that the person's going to enjoy, which is not going to happen, and that's the problem, right? See, as much as people think they like randomly generated stuff, for the most part, they like things that they could choose on their own. So if you have, let's say, a shooter game, you may not like shooter games. You may not like Halo. You may not like Call of Duty, but at least you have the choice of choosing before it happens. Something like this is where an exploration game where you don't know where the possibility is. In reality, how much could that keep your interest? Because it might create something that you're not interested in at all. And then you try to go somewhere else. It might do the same thing. How many times does it do it consecutively before you say, you know what, I'm bored of this, and you stop playing it? Like you said, you said, the radio is random stuff, right? There's randomly stuff you can't control what they're gonna play next. You know what I mean? So therefore, people break off from the radio and they go into what they can choose, what they want to listen to, and that's what I'm trying to say.
I would think that if anything,
Pandora is not controlled either. That's what I'm saying. That's random too.
It's random, but apparently the big thing with like Pandora and all these radios and internet radio stations is you can influence and if you influence it enough, then it's gonna start playing almost exactly what you want to hear.
Yeah, around the same music. But the same thing is, if you don't like, you skip it, right? So if you don't like the word, you keep skipping and skipping. But how many times do you skip something, skip it again, and skip it again, and you went to consecutive songs you didn't like?
And that's the beautiful thing about life. We create our reality.
I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way. You want to talk about the Samsung, milk music? You can talk about music. You know how many times I skip? You get 6 skips before you're stuck listening to the next one. You know how many times I skipped it and I was stuck listening to a song I didn't want again, and I just stopped playing the music. I turned on the radio, or I just stopped listening to music altogether just because I was so pissed off that I didn't want to hear the song, and you're forcing me to do something.
You're an incredibly impation person also.
And you think there's not a lot of impatient gamers out there?
There's a lot of impatient gamers.
That's that's the number one thing of a gamer. They're impatient.
Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I really am, and I look forward to just create. I want to see
what the game is. You want to see what there's the game. Like that's the thing. Like that's another thing. Like I've never seen a game.
I don't think it's just exploring. I think you can literally have relationships.
But that's the thing, you don't know
other people, other races.
You don't know, just like I don't know, and that's the problem. It's a game that it's like for you. It's like the game's gonna come out, right? And you don't know what it's about. And it's kind of scary for everyone. It's like, damn, this game is so far along and no one still knows exactly what to do in the game. And that's pretty crazy. And every time they try to explain it to you or show it to you, there's really so many more questions than there are answers in the game still. And you may think that's a good thing, but that could work hardcore against you because people don't know what the hell is going on. Dude, there's no like creatures walking around in life unless unless that one girl in Brunswick. Remember that? This is a serious creature in New Brunswick, New Jersey. It's good times.
Who are you? Who do you know here? I know. It's like, you're going out of my house!
Yeah, I saw a random story. Some girl like a long time ago, Rutgers university party. We got kicked out. I got kicked out. I didn't even get in, and I got kicked out. Even though I was invited. And the person I was with, was there. It was right behind her, looking like... Anyway, that's just another story. That's another story about life. But anyway, all right, let's go into the game that I'm looking forward to. I am looking forward to Uncharted 4. So Uncharted series, it's supposed to be conclusion Uncharted. I don't know if it's going to be a conclusion of it. They might be one of those things that... it might not end. I think Naughty Dog's officially not going to make Uncharted games anymore, but doesn't mean no other developer might pick it up. So I don't know how that's going to work, but I am looking forward to the game itself. And from the way it looks, they actually showed gameplay of it. It actually looks pretty cool. It looks like really good graphics for the PlayStation 4 at least. And I'm excited about it. Like that's something, the series is always fun to play because it has a lot of action. Yes, it has its bugs. It always has those glitchy bugs sometimes when you're trying to climb and jump from one spot to another and you accidentally fall. Or those incredible shots the computer has. Like the computer looks over the ledge and shoots from like across the field or something. It always hits you. So, it does have things that piss you off, but overall it's a fun time playing Uncharted, and I'm really excited for it. It's a cool... it's one of those games that's like you feel like you're on an adventure with the characters. That's always fun when you're part of... You feel like you're one of the characters and you are there in like a movie and it's an action adventure movie and you're part of it. Like an Indiana Jones type movie and you just feel like you're part of it. So I like games like that, and I think this is a great... it'll be a good game for the PlayStation 4. But also, I like Uncharted 4's multiplayer. I really like the maps. I like third-person shooters the most. I prefer a third-person shooter over, first-person shooter any day of the week. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, I'm just, I'm a SOCOM fan. Like, I grew up on that, and I like third-person shooter. I mean, I like first-person shooters, too, but I feel like third-person shooters are still, if you do it right, I think it's a lot of fun. Which, I don't know if you tried it yet. It is, like, they use the mechanics of The Last of Us. So The Last of Us multiplayer, they use the same mechanics with that. So I think
I noticed that.
Overall, I think the game is, it will be a really good game. Hopefully, it comes out and it runs well. I want to see the frames per second.
When does it come out?
It comes out May 10th. So it's coming up soon. So, I'm excited about it. Of course, I pre-ordered that a long time ago. So,
I'm just imagining a 4K version of it. 4.5.
No, I highly doubt they're not. There's not gonna be games like that in 4K. I don't see the PlayStation. Even they have the PlayStation Neo, which is what he's talking about, the code name Neo, which is supposed to be the PlayStation 4K. I don't think it's gonna play games in 4K. If it does, it's gonna be like those lower quality games. They'll be 4K. Maybe upscale 4K. I still don't think it'll run in 4K. So let's be realistic. Maybe higher frames per second, but not 4K. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the games. I think that's it. I'm sure a lot of people are excited about Uncharted 4. That's one of those games that, like, if you don't have a PlayStation 4 yet, I see a lot of people buying the PlayStation 4 because of that game.
I said I was going to buy a PS4
I think
just to play No Man's Sky.
I think people are waiting for that game to really buy the PS4 because a lot of people are still on PS3 or some people have Xbox One. And I think people are just waiting for that game to actually say, I'm gonna go out and play PlayStation 4. I'm gonna go grab one, buy it now, and just get it. So it'll be interesting to see how many people will actually buy the console because of that game.
There is one other game that I want to mention real quick.
Right.
We'll get into it. The new Star Fox game, Star Fox Zero.
I saw it. I got a chance to actually try it. The graphics are pretty rough, man. I feel like I'm not saying you really can't expect graphics in the Wii U, but still, like, I just feel like those textures and the polygon shapes and stuff like that, the way it was on the N64 doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work like it used to work. In N64 it worked great, but now today I feel like it doesn't work like it should work anymore, and I don't think it works. And
I've never been. It's never been all about the graphics for me.
You aim with a pad.
Yeah,
the Wii U pad. I'm sorry.
You don't have to, but yeah, I saw
that. I'm sorry. You can't play like that. It's so distracting. Why am I looking here when there's a big screen in front of me? You know what I mean? Like, why do you have to choose? Do I look at the big screen or am I looking on the pad? Why am I choosing?
I'll admit, I'm not worried about the pad. I would be worried about just having a regular, either classic controller or the Wii or the Wiimote. But like the thing I look forward to, because I love for one thing, they have that new element where they'll come out with a new brand of ship every once in a while. But you have the classic one, you got the landmaster, you got the underwater one, and then you got the new one where it's on like two legs. And that one, at first, I thought it was pretty corny, but then I see what you can do with it. It looks pretty sick. But like the whole game, and then it's got a lot of classic levels. You can go back through the classic levels, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. I gotta go back through it.
I feel like though the game itself, the quality of the game, the way it looks overall, and I feel like it was a game that was rushed. I feel like it was a game that they rushed out. They weren't worried about the way it looked at all. They just rushed out because they wanted to get it out for the Wii U before they move on to the next, next console that they have.
That didn't occur to me at all.
Just the way from playing it, that's what it looked like. And I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's a fun game. I just don't see it. If you don't have a Wii U yet, I don't see anyone going out and saying, I'm going to buy a Wii U for it. That's just people that have it. I mean, I don't even see everyone that has the Wii U is going to buy it either. I don't know. I like to see the numbers on Star Fox because I don't even know what the numbers are. You know what I mean? Like, usually the Wii U does well on sales when it's those main games, because they come out like once every 2 months, 3 months. There's the main game for it. But I don't know. I don't know if it'll break 1 million sales. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't even see it doing that. But if it does, then hey, it's good for Nintendo. Like, I just don't. I don't know, because Star Fox is a pretty big name, and I just don't see those graphics working anymore, because they used to work back in the day, because you didn't, when it first came out on the 64, when it came out for the 64, because Super Nintendo was good too, but I'm saying the 64 version was where you're like, wow, like you felt like, oh, all these shapes is like this, it looked kind of cool for the first time, but if you look at the 64 version,
it's not just the graphics though.
But
look at the way you were able to move.
But if you look at the 64 version now today, you're like this. Even though it's still fun, you're looking at it like, man, that did not age well at all.
It doesn't look that bad, man. But of course, all about graphics.
I'm not just about graphics. I'm about but here's the thing. Like,
every time over the years, every single time.
Well, let's put it this way. Before we move on to the next topic, like, if time, you have to adapt to the times. Nintendo isn't doing that for a lot of games. Now, I know it's not all about the graphics or anything like that, but I mean, certain things like that, it would have been nice to try to update the way it is, just a little bit. And I feel like they didn't. Because if you look at it in certain screenshots, and just screenshots alone. If you take a screenshot, I mean, live footage too, when you're actually playing the game, I just still feel like they didn't improve that much around 64. Like the way the polygon, the shapes, like it still feels the same. Like I get what they're trying to do to still make it a Star Fox game, but come on, like improve it just a little bit. You could push way more than on the Wii U. They already did it for other games. Why are they not doing it for that? And you could have went like artistic style, like Wind Waker style, something to make it look a little.
I don't think you'd want to go that way for Star Fox.
I'm just giving an idea. Like if you really want to push graphics, you go for artistic view or something. But I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Next topic. Which movie are you, I guess, more excited for? Is it the Captain America, the Civil War, or the X-Men Apocalypse movie? Which one are you more excited for? Which one do you think will do better?
Oh boy. I think Captain America is gonna do better. I am, comparatively speaking, I am more excited for Captain America, but I am really, really, really intrigued because I've watched everything X-Men. Really, really intrigued to see how that one's gonna be, and that one looks intense to the point where, like, I might want to cry. Like,
which one?
For Apocalypse, for X-Men Apocalypse, like that one looks like it's just I love the idea of just like the end of the world and everything, and I just don't see how anybody's coming back from that. And the reason I say I feel like I would shed a couple tears is, like I said, I don't see how they're all gonna survive. And even if I saw Jubilee, and I remember from the series, Jubilee was always held back, like, cause she's just a little kid. She's this, she's that, and I used to think it was always because like her powers just didn't compare to everybody else. Or something like
firecrackers.
You shoot fireworks at the guy. I was like, it's the 4th of July, bitch.
It's like, whoa.
So, but yeah, and then there's Storm. And you keep on seeing how, like, Apocalypse comes with the 4 horsemen, and she's one of the 4 horsemen. So, and then Magneto becomes
4 horsewomen.
4 horsemen
And a woman.
And the 4 horse people. The 4 horse people. And she's one of them. And it's like,
who's one of them?
You can't just Storm.
Okay.
And you can't
two women actually.
Oh yeah. Sorry. But she was always wasn't she always on the fence anyway? As far as which side she was on.
Like, what are you talking about?
As far as which side she was on.
Those thighs she had? Anyway, sorry, this is... No, she's definitely female.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I know. I know. Shout out to Olivia Munn. Yeah, but... So, yeah. I'm thinking you can't just kill him. Especially not Storm. You're not just going to kill Storm. And these are the younger versions of these people. So, they go...
Yeah, but alternate paths. So, like, this is now, like, after the whole thing from the last X-Men movie, you saw it reshape the storyline. So, in reality, it doesn't... no one knows the outcome right now. No one knows who's going to die. Anyone could die. This is the movie version, so anyone could die. Like, anything could happen.
Yeah, I know.
And...
I just don't see... It looks like they could do it. They could stop the guy, but... I feel like Apocalypse is the kind of guy that as soon as he sees it, looks like, oh snap! I got a weakness in my left pinky or my right pinky. That's it. Everybody's dead now. I'm through playing with y'all. Everybody's dead.
Thing is this also the most recent trailer. I don't know if you saw the last trailer. The most recent trailer.
I watched it last night.
Yeah, the one Wolverine is obviously gonna be in it. Hinted Wolverine's in it, so. That's cool, so Wolverine's back and stuff like that. I know people are tired of it because Wolverine's was always the focal point of the story. And then the last one was not Wolverine's Mystique. It was actually Jennifer Lawrence's character was more of the main character of the movie per se.
I don't think she was the main character. I think it was more of the story sort of like she was
but it's still Wolverine and her.
Point.
It's Wolverine and her. Like, and that's the thing. Like, it was always. Hugh Jackman was always carrying the X-Men in like all the movies, and Jennifer Lawrence sort of took on that role too. And like now I'm like, some people don't like the fact that she's there. They don't like the fact that she's actually. They think that she doesn't play true to the character of Mystique, and because the way she acts now, the way she's like, the way she acts all like quiet, like sensitive, like the way she reacts now. The character isn't the same.
I'll admit I don't know what a young Mystique was like.
But then again, like it's alternate path, like it's different now. Like, everything changed. The way she acts, it all changed now. So whatever you knew before, it's all changed. I think people have to realize that like the way they did this was on purpose, so you could forget about those original movies. Like you knew about them for a while, and it made sense for the one movie where they went back in time, but once they change everything and reset, everything's gone. So everything you knew about these characters are all gone. So the way they act now could be completely different from the way they were before. And I think that was their point. They want to find a way to do that. They did it, and now it also sets up for Apocalypse, which Apocalypse is probably the best storyline, the biggest storyline for the X-Men. Like X-Men had Apocalypse, and then you had on the other side, Justice League had
Darkseid.
Darkseid is theirs, and then you go from Marvel.
Shit, I'm lost.
For Infinity Wars.
Infinity Wars, thank you.
Yeah.
And the dude, what's the big guy's name?
The big dude.
Yeah. I don't remember his name. Help me out here. What's his name? The dude that wears the Infinity bracelet. I mean gauntlet. Sorry. Come at me, bro. So you don't even remember his name either?
Doomsday?
No, not Doomsday.
You're like, what?
Doomsday. Yes, Doomsday and the Infinity Gauntlet.
Dude,
goes
up
against the Avengers.
That's why they have
in the latest Justice League.
But you look at it, X-Men is taking the first hit, like they're jumping in first on this. So they're doing Armageddon. Then you got Infinity War, and then you're gonna have the Justice League, which is supposed to go into where Darkseid is. So like they're all taking a stab at it next, and X-Men's the first one jumping straight into it. So it's kind of interesting to see how this works. To be honest,
really straight into it. Even though it's almost like a different universe than the very first X-Men movie back in '99, it's still somewhat on this similar storyline, and that's what I love about it. That's why I love the fact that we can follow all this. And even though Avengers only started actually technically it didn't start only a few years ago. It started with the first movie, which was
the one. X-Fighter wants to say we're a bunch of idiots. He didn't say it like that, but he said Thanos. I don't know how the fuck we both forgot about Thanos. So thank you, X-Fighter. Obviously, you are paying attention while we're not.
Yes, you win.
Well, I knew it was Thanos, and then I completely got confused because like we were going back and forth, and then once he said Infinity War, I forgot. I'm like, damn it! I was gonna say Thanos.
It looked like you had it in your eye.
I went like this, and he said, "I'm like, yes, Infinity War." Damn it! I forgot what I was gonna say before Infinity War, because that's the name of the movie. That's when the whole thing happened during Infinity War. But it was Thanos was the character. Darkseid is the other character for the DC side, and then Apocalypse. So those are all pretty much similar characters. And if you really look at them, between Darkseid and Thanos look almost exactly alike.
I know, yeah.
They're similar, like colors, everything. Even
their faces are both cracked up.
Even Apocalypse is kind of, APOC. You know what I mean? Even APOC looks like, like.
Tupac, APOC, none.
But all right. So my answer to that question, though, who do you think will do better, though, overall? Who do you think is going to be the one that does better? Which movie? Because I tell you right now, I'm excited for both, though. Just to jump, say I'm excited for both movies. I can't even pick which one I'm more excited about. Because yes, I'm excited for Captain America because of the Spider-Man and stuff. It's gonna be first time there, but I'm also excited because I know Marvel has not done me wrong yet. When it's a bunch of characters unites in a movie, I enjoyed all of them. So I know they can't do wrong in that sense. And X-Men, I enjoy all the X-Men movies. Like I really was so excited when I saw the first X-Men movie. Like I was so excited to see them on big screen. So
Yeah.
that since that day I saw that, and Hugh Jackman really like, maybe it was like, wow, like they could get these characters so perfect. Like Hugh Jackman was Wolverine to me. So like the fact that they did all this stuff back then, they can't do any wrong with me either. Mm-hmm. So I enjoyed all the movies, and I can't say which one I look forward to more. I'm looking forward to both of them. But which one do you think is going to do better money wise?
I think Civil War is going to be going to do better because the Avengers movies I'm pretty sure they did better. The latest Avengers movie did better than Days of Future Past, and Days of Future Past was amazing. They
did pretty well. They at the one point they did like 700. They did 700. They did 700, 800 million when it released. Right away. Like I think they in the first month they did like 700, 800 million.
Mm-hmm.
Days of Future Past, but they didn't break that $1 billion mark like
Age of Ultron did.
Mm-hmm.
So I think So it's imagine that $1 billion crowd is going to see Civil War. Yeah, and I would say they're going to go see Apocalypse too, but $1 billion versus 800 million.
See, I think that you're right. I think it's gonna be Civil War, but I think it's Civil War because Spider-Man's there. I think that he would have had a chance, like because that little hint of Wolverine's gonna be in the movie too, and like all that stuff, the apocalypse and everything's going crazy. I think the movie looks like it's going to be awesome. I think Psylocke is going to attract people. I think there's a lot of characters that are going to attract people in that movie. Mm-hmm. The only thing is the fact that Spider-Man's there. I think there's not even a contest who's going to get more money because Spider-Man sells alone.
If you've seen that latest trailer for Civil War, you see a little bit more of Spider-Man, and I nearly cried for joy. Like when I saw, of course, it was awesome seeing awesome is not even the word. I need a better word, but of course, like in the first trailer, it was so great seeing him, and then you see him in this new one. You know how many times I've watched the opening scene for the Amazing Spider-Man 2? Well, technically not the opening scene. His introduction. Him flying through the sky, like falling towards the ground. Yeah. You know how many times I've watched that scene
if you
alone?
look at that, I think the train scene, man, is probably the best scene. Like at the time when it came out. Like I mean, I guess not now so much because we're used to seeing it.
Of course, it was
when
huge.
It came out, that was like one of the biggest scenes. Like people were like, wow, can you believe the way they're fighting all slow motion? Obviously now that doesn't hold up because there's so many scenes like that all the time. I mean, even the Wolverine movie. Like had that. Was it the Wolverine? Like the one he had the train scene. He's doing so. It didn't have as much hype as the Spider-Man movie because Spider-Man was the first one. Well, they weren't. I don't think the first one to action scene on a train, obviously, but saying the way they did it and the way like as comic book characters doing it, like you never thought they'll have a fight scene.
It showed more of his mobility.
Yeah.
When he was fighting, and then all of a sudden, and then boom, 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 boom. And then every time he ducked underneath. Yeah. So the only thing that bugged me about the train scene from Spider-Man 2 was I couldn't get past the fact that I'm like, here's this dude who's really strong and everything, and he's fighting a human with a bunch of stuff in his back. And it's like, how did the dude not lose his face when he got punched? But then I thought back to the comics, how many times he fights one of his friends or mentors, and like he's always holding back. So then I'm okay. So I can accept that, but I still was like, he looked really mad though.
The one thing I'm kind of curious about is so Spider-Man. I don't remember Spider-Man have super strength though, and that one like super strength. He had some strength, but not super strength. No. I'll put it this way because you're forgetting that the one scene I'll talk about the most recent trailer shows Spider-Man catch Winter Soldier's punch, and Winter Soldier is pretty damn strong.
He looks surprised, but Spider-Man is strong as hell.
Even Winter Soldier is just like Captain America.
Yeah.
So like the strength that they have, like that's what they're. And the DNA, the whole thing was to get him to be like that. And the fact that he just stopped it like it was nothing, I understand quick enough to dodge out of the way. Like, but I was looking at the way he caught it though, like this, and like to say like he's super strong. I was like, they're going for the Ultimate Spider-Man. Like that's what I'm thinking right away. Like as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I know Ultimate Spider-Man had him stronger, and also like fast, and obviously the reflexes and stuff like that.
Well,
but
my thing was, as far as his strength, okay, I say super strength, but excuse me, he is very, very strong. I don't mean super strength as far as Superman, obviously, but I don't even know if he's as strong as Iron Man. But here's the thing: like I remember in this one comic where he was fighting the Lizard, and then the Lizard trapped him underneath, knocked over this pillar, trapped him underneath a bunch of trains, and he's trapped in there for a while. He's trying to lift it. He couldn't budge, but then he's like he was down there for a while, and then it was like, all right, fine. Once he believed it, actually, he did lift the freaking train. And of course, everything that was on top of it.
He's obviously not the strongest Marvel character. I mean,
no, he's
obviously
not.
Ant-Man is, but he really is. Though. He really is.
Little buddy.
He really is.
But yeah,
he really is.
Pound for pound. I mean, ounce for ounce.
Not an ounce, man.
Milli-ounce to milli-ounce. See, I feel like we're about to get corrected on our science again.
Yeah, but X-Spider said that he agreed that Spider-Man is going to be the one that sells it, and I think that's what it comes down to. I think once they announce Spider-Man's there, I mean, obviously they knew it's going to sell. That's the reason why they spent so much money to work with Sony to get the character. So, they're just borrowing, like they're borrowing like Spider-Man. Like they don't own Spider-Man. Sony still owns Spider-Man movies, but they have a deal.
Don't even get me started
but,
on who owns who and why.
It makes sense, if you own the character, you're not going to get rid of them. That's their money maker. Sony obviously wants money too, so that's fine. But at least they're willing to work with them. I would have loved to see, if Infinity War or something like that, we see like Hugh Jackman in a movie or something. Like, if you see Wolverine one time, it's a wrap. Like, I think that would be awesome. I saw like Wolverine in like a Marvel film. I wish that happened, but
just being the side, like, go get him, guys. Oh my God, Wolverine is in the freaking movie.
Now let's transition to the final topic that we're gonna do. Well, we're gonna do one of those games again. Like last week where we had like the wheel that we spin. So if you haven't seen our last podcast, definitely go check it out. But what we do, we put a little window on the screen. So let's go ahead and do that right there. So there you go. We're gonna spin the wheel. What we're doing this week is so what we're actually going to do is, would your character make the Avengers or the Justice League? So we have a bunch of different characters. There's some characters here from DC and some of them from Marvel. And if it lands on the character, we have to say pretty much, do we think that character will make the other team? So say if it lands on, let's say, Ant-Man, that's a Marvel character. Do we think Ant-Man will actually make the Justice League? Do we think he'll actually make the Justice League? And vice versa, if it's Wonder Woman, do we think that she'll make the Avengers? Will she be able to be on the Avengers?
I hope it lands on Wonder Woman.
All right, so let's go ahead, and this is for you, George. I'll spin it right now. This is your character.
All right. Wheel of Morality. Turn.
Ant-Man. There you go. Perfect.
Little buddy.
Do you think that Ant-Man could actually make the Justice League? Yes or no?
Absolutely. Yes, I do.
Why?
Because, for one thing, Captain Atom. I held up two because I was thinking two. I was going to say two words.
Two words.
Two words. Captain Atom. Because they could always use somebody that small and fast and with a command over.
Yeah, but all right, for fast though, you just said fast. Fast is in what? Like he got from here to here in how long?
Did I say fast?
Yes, you did. Like, yeah, fast in what world though? Like maybe for him he went a long distance pretty quick, but for in real life,
I guess I was thinking fast. Like he can be fast when he needs to be, as long as he's not. It depends on where he's going. It depends on where he's going. But yes, I think that they could totally use his help. Like him and then who knows? Him and Captain Atom would be great together because I mean it might be a rough start. You got the wisecracking Ant-Man and then the science of Captain Atom. Imagine that's a sitcom.
Who would he kick out? Who would he kick out? Who that's on the Justice League right now be kicked out because Ant-Man's on there? Like if they couldn't have anyone else on the squad, that no one else is on the team, who's getting kicked out right now because of Ant-Man? Which one are you kicking out to put Ant-Man in? Because you're saying Ant-Man can make it. Then who's he going to kick out?
Who's getting kicked out? The dude with the guns and the horse. I'm thinking about Justice League Unlimited. From the Core 7? You can't kick anybody out.
So then you can't put Ant-Man there. Then you're saying that Ant-Man's going to make the squad. How is he going to make the squad? You're not kicking anyone out. We're saying you're going to kick someone out. You're pulling them out, and he's going to be there. How is he going to make the squad over the people who are there right now?
I would say Batman because I feel like Batman will remove himself.
You're going to time out. You
didn't even hear what I'm going to say.
I don't have to. You're going to kick out Batman for Ant-Man? Do you just hear what you just said? You're taking out Ant-Man.
My explanation is this.
You're taking Ant-Man.
I don't think Batman... I don't think it would be a matter of kicking Batman out. I feel like in a situation like this, Batman would take himself out. Because he barely feels like he's part of the team anyway. Not because he's not, a good guy. It's more like he's like... If he doesn't like the way things are going...
You're taking out Batman to put in Ant-Man.
Not me. He's doing it himself. See, I'm fully immersed right now. I'm fully immersed. Batman would take himself and be like, all right, you guys do what you gotta do.
I say no way Ant-Man's making it. If he does make it, there's only one way he's making it. All right. If we're going to kick out someone, we're kicking out Aquaman. Aquaman, get the hell out. Like, go talk to your sea creatures. Whatever you got to do. Aquaman, get the hell out. Because I think Ant-Man is stronger than you and better than you. So if we're going to kick one person out, it's Aquaman that's going to go. You're not going to kick out Batman. Are you kidding me? He's like the co-leader.
It's not me.
The co-leader, co-founder is Batman.
Himself.
How the hell are you going to remove Batman and put Ant-Man there? You can't even see the guy. Superman's confused already. If Ant-Man's there,
Superman could totally see Ant-Man. Superman could totally see Ant-Man. Come on now. He sees everything.
Superman is dumb. I tell you right now, Superman is the dumbest. He's just dumb. He's not bright. He's
sorry. He's not dumb. He just sees
I don't think Superman...
fists.
Like, Batman is the most intelligent, the detective guy. You're kicking him out.
He's the strategist. Yeah, I know.
Detectives, justice, part of the Justice League. You know what I mean? Like, you're
Batman's
putting Ant-Man.
The rest of them are the league.
Ant-Man in the Justice League. Okay. Well, it's my turn now. All right, let's see what we got here. Can't be Ant-Man no matter what.
I thought it was Captain America.
Okay, so Superman. Obviously, Superman will make the team, right? So he'll make the Avengers without a doubt. Superman will be there, and if you really think about it, Superman could kick out. Hate to say it, I was gonna say Iron Man. Unfortunately, Iron Man's the only person that's there that's really not superhero. Like strong wise, he has his costume and that's it. Everyone else is either God or they have something that they're bit or something there's some sort of mutant. And Iron Man's the only one that's out of there that's not like that. Pretty much.
Even though he and the suit are one.
No, I literally think that's the person I'll kick out right away. You know what I mean? Like you look at Thor, Thor's a god.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thor's there. You look at Hulk. I think Hulk would kick Superman's ass. But so I said it right now. I said
it. All right. Here's my response to that. So we say Batman is the strategist in Justice League, right?
Yeah.
I would say Iron Man is largely the strategist for the Avengers.
Batman and Iron Man are the same people. In both different universes. Like in both different worlds, DC and Marvel. That's why if you look at them outside, Tony Stark, right?
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne. They're both billionaires that are playboy people that always have different female around them, and so they party it up. And then once it comes down to it, they're detectives.
Bruce Wayne takes shit seriously.
That's because Martha messed up his life. Because when he saw his mom die and his family die in front of him, the whole story. I have to go over the story again because I feel like anytime you talk about Batman, you start reliving his life.
Then stop right there. That's what I'm saying though. But Tony Stark is not. Yeah, he's not Bruce Wayne. He's got Bruce Wayne's money, but that's that, and he's got his charm and all that. But I don't even know if he has the same charm. It's more like Bruce Wayne. Yeah, he can get any girl.
Tony Stark doesn't have the charm. What?
No.
What have you been?
No,
watching?
I said Bruce Wayne doesn't have Tony Stark's charm.
Yes, he does.
And
he always has a different woman, like a different girl.
Yeah, he always has a different woman. But when it comes down to who's better at being a smartass and being funny about it, Tony Stark will say whatever the frick he wants at any given time.
Correct.
Whereas
how
Bruce
do we
Wayne
how do we
doesn't.
start arguing about Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne? We're talking about. Let's go back
because we're talking about the man inside the suit, right?
Yes.
That's exactly because Tony Stark is not a ninja. Tony Stark is not
My point
a martial artist.
My point is this:
Who
he's unfortunately
disappear.
he's getting kicked out because of the fact that everyone else is superpower and everything like that. Okay, Captain America is a leader. You know what I mean? So he's not getting kicked out. He's the leader of the team. Okay, so
Yeah.
the leader of the team's not getting kicked out. We don't need a comic relief. Iron Man's cool, but we don't need a comic relief for now. We're talking about a team.
But think about how, all right, when they're not up in space, the Justice League, when they're not on that computer, they're who are they relying on? Batman and his technology. Much like Tony Stark. Tony Stark has technology wired into everything on the planet, much like Batman. So without Iron Man, same.
So you're saying he's the strategist. Like you're saying that without Tony Stark,
that was
he's
my
pretty much
exact word.
he pretty much helped everyone get their powers. He helped people like Captain America, Shield, all that good stuff, right? That it's all Tony Stark. You needed him.
I think Tony Stark is almost like can be like the glue. He can be the guy that connects all these other people, everybody that was bitten and everything, to Captain America and Captain America's mission.
We're talking about a team. We're talking about someone's powerful, someone is strong, someone that's hard to stop, and that would be Superman. And that's why if he's on that team, he'll get there quicker than everyone else. He's beating everyone to the race. You know what I mean? Like he could sling Hulk somewhere if he wants to. There's so many things he could do. And I'm sorry to say Iron Man can't do that. They can't do the same things Superman can. Out of everyone there, I think Iron Man should be the ones out. Now how villains think. They always look to see like their weaknesses, like the good guys' weaknesses and everything. So kryptonite.
So kryptonite. Everybody knows.
So they got kryptonite. We got Hulk. We got a Hulk.
But I feel like like I said, Superman leads with these. He leads with these. And that's not all you need to win a battle. And Tony Stark figures that shit out. That's why I say you can't just kick out Iron Man for Superman. Kick out Captain America.
He's the captain.
Superman is super.
You kill you're trying to make America great again, and you're kicking out Captain. Dude, he represents Puerto Rico. That's the Puerto Rican flag. That's not an American flag. It's a Puerto Rican flag. But Puerto Rico is technically America. So, be honest with you, he's still Captain America, just Puerto Rico. I mean...
Sure,
agree to disagree.
I still say he had to kick out Captain America.
Agree to disagree. So anyway, that's our podcast for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So let us know who do you think. Well, we both. I don't know, I guess we disagree with the other one too. Ant-Man is not kicking out Batman. He says Ant-Man can kick out Batman and join the Justice League. Let us know if that's true in the comments down below.
I said Batman would take himself out. That's what I said.
It doesn't matter. I think Superman can take out Iron Man and be part of the Avengers. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. That's pretty much it for this week. I think it was a good episode minus all the technical difficulties that we had. Hopefully you guys even get a chance to see that because that was kind of embarrassing. Not really. It's actually kind of funny, but it wasted our time for about 30 minutes. But that's pretty much it. So is there anything else you want to say?
Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
I guess we'll be talking about that eventually. And that's pretty much it. So this is Hector from Not2Nerdy.
GB3. See y'all in Vegas.
And they don't need to know about our